Remedies Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. This reading is for the water signs of Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. If you have Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. I do like to start my readings with a quick smudge. I do have some sage here to cleanse the space. Thank you for cleansing the space, Spirit. 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs. What would you like the listener to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Again, thank you for tuning in. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. I do look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements to get a good idea of the energy. But first and foremost, I do trust my intuition. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener this evening. What would you like the listener to know or to be aware of? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener. Wow, this card's just popping out here. Wow, a good Ace of Cups. That is a gift. The Four of Cups, a gift coming in for you. A lot of cups, and cups represent water in the tarot. And so, since you are a water sign, and water, we think of thoughts, we think of feelings, we think of emotions. And as a water sign, you are very spiritually and emotionally driven, and that is coming up in your reading. Maybe an abundance of feelings and abundance of emotions are coming up for you, especially in your public life, in your work life, maybe even in your social life. It's almost like almost too much. And then there's some more cups, a lot of water. Water and pentacles. More pentacles. And fives. So we have the 5 of Cups and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Fives in the tarot represent motion, action, movement, adventure, expansion. It could be an unpredictability. It could be travel related, unpredictability that is travel related. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs. What would you like the water signs to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? And so, Pentacles. So, the suit of Pentacles in the tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Message. I'm not liking how that is not. Let's see if we can arrange your cards here so they really all show up here. Maybe so they make a little more sense for us here. Just a little more sense. Those are way off, aren't they? Just way off. Let's do this. Let's move them up just a bit. Thank you for being patient with me. But I do like you to be able to see all of those cards. So let's do this. Aha. And a little adjustment. Perfect. I love that we can see all of the cards that Spirit has given us to work with this evening. And so, again, we were talking about the cups, which does represent water in the tarot. And then we have the pentacles. And the pentacles in the tarot represents the element of earth, but it also represents the physical. the external being. It represents our foundation that connects us with this planet. And the foundation, the basis of this reading this evening is the Hangman card. Another very interesting choice. And so, what I like to say about the Hangman card, it's like the Hangman has chosen to awaken, and he has put himself in a position to be able to awaken, to be able to connect with his enlightenment, his higher self. And that is backed, that is forced by the Lover's card, which the Lovers, yes, most oftenly does talk about like marriages and intimate and personal relationships, but it can also talk about the relationship with ourself, a deeper connection with ourselves, or it can indicate a working relationship, a new partnership that doesn't necessarily need to be intimate. But this relationship that the cards are speaking about is a relationship with yourself, connecting with yourself. And in order to achieve that enlightenment, in order to advance in our awakening, we do need to connect with our inner selves, and we need to connect with our past. And why I'm bringing the past up is because there's an offer from the past that is coming up for you, that is going to help you connect with your higher self. And let's see how that hangman plays into the rest of your reading this evening. And in your public life, in your professional life, we start off with the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is, pages, as far as time wise, as far as the speed of time, pages are slow moving. They're young, they're youthful, but this page is like a slow appreciation, a slow gratitude for what has been presented to us. And this really is a gift, as is indicated here by the Ace of Cups. And so we have a slow appreciation, a slow gratitude. And the Queen of Cups, I like to call my Queen of Cups the Allot card. If we look closer, we can see the Queen is experiencing an excess. And this excess is an excess of feelings, an excess of emotions. And it's gotten to the point where we need to take a step back. It's almost too much to process, too many feelings, too many thoughts, too many emotions to process. But there is a gift in this excess that is not presenting itself as a gift, or you're having a hard time determining what the gift is in this excess because there's so much to process. But this is a gift that can bring you in spiritual and emotional fulfillment. There is a new job offer or a new position or a promotion that is coming in for you. This new position, this new offer, this uh, transformation, this transformation carries with it a very high degree of responsibility. And with that more responsibility also comes more influence. And I think that you are appreciating the influence, or you're liking, you have gratitude towards that, having that more influence and in having more say and having the respect that that influence carries with it. What you're not appreciating or have not, what you are not appreciating is the extra responsibility. And so I have a feeling when you're taking this position, or since you have taken this position, it carries with it more responsibility than you had anticipated. And there's also more pay coming in with this position, or maybe even more perks. And so, you know, maybe also your benefits increase, your 401 increases, you get better insurance benefits. Maybe you even might, since we have those two five, it may even involve that you get a company car or a company travel plan. But this is only the beginning of the extra money and the extra perks that come along with this position or with this change in your position. And it's only going to get better from here. And it's going to continue to spread. It's almost like it has like a snowball effect. It's like it comes in, and we're grateful. We're grateful for the influence. And then we have to work through the additional responsibility. But as we work through those additional responsibilities, more money, more influence, and more perks come in. Wow, congratulations on that, fire signs. And in your home life, in your professional life, we start off with the Knight of Pentacles. And so the Knight of Pentacles, oddly enough, this is the only knight in the tarot that his steed, his mount, is not in action. I like to call this Knight of Pentacles my slow and steady wins the race. And so we have the Page of Cups, which is moving slowly, a slow moving, need to learn, need to develop. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a little more mature. And in that maturity has come the choice to slow down and appreciate where it is that we are and what it is that we have. And I love that that Knight of Pentacles is followed by the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, many readers, as soon as we see this card, we say that this is the legacy wealth card. And I agree. But when we're talking, or when I'm talking, or when Spirit is talking to me about legacy wealth, although we do see the pentacles there, that legacy wealth is something more. It's something that it's like the energy, um, the positive emotions, the positive feelings that come with the wealth, that come with the tangible. And I like that this has come up in your reading, because as we were talking, as we were laying out you have basically in your cards, you have pentacles and you have cups. And pentacles talk about the physical, and the cups speak about the spiritual, the emotional, the non tangible. And for me, for us, especially during this reading, what this Ten of Pentacles is doing, it's bringing that all together. And when we're talking about legacy wealth, it's not only what is left for us or what we leave for the generations to come, it's the learning experiences, it's the knowledge, that wisdom that is passed down to us and that we pass on. And without that wisdom, without that knowledge, we would not be able to achieve that legacy wealth. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener this evening. And then we have the Five of Cups. There's something in our past that is wanting to come up, or that is coming up, or that we keep looking at, we keep looking towards. But it's almost like we're letting the past keep us from our present. If we look closer at what is going on here, we see someone looking at the cups that have spilled and not looking at the cups that are filled in their present. In order to see that, in order to appreciate that, they just need to pivot. And so I like to call this a pivotal point, a turning point in your private life, in your personal life. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. It's like we think that we've missed out on something. We think that maybe we've missed out on an opportunity, or that we did not receive something that was meant for us. That is not true. I firmly believe that if something is destined for us, if something is meant for us, it will continually present itself to us until we take advantage of that. And whatever it is that you're feeling that you missed out on, or whatever you thought that was yours that you did not receive, if it is if it is destined for you, it will come back around and it will return. And so if we feel that there's something that we missed out on, what we can do is we can adjust our thought processes, and we can evaluate what role it was that we played in this perceived missed opportunity. So when the universe brings it back around to us again, we can take advantage of that opportunity. And again, that we have the two fives here, that is Spirit's way of confirming. And fives in tarot represent motion, adventure, expansion, travel, unpredictability. There was a gift that there was a money, there was an inheritance, there was something that you believe was supposed to be inherited by you, or you believe should have been yours. But we're missing the emotional, we're missing the spiritual. And because we're missing the emotional, we're missing the spiritual. That is why you have this gift passed you by. And so, what Spirit is saying is, in order to receive this gift that you perceive as being your legacy, before you can receive that gift, there's emotional, there's a spiritual enlightenment that needs to happen, that needs to occur. And that goes back to what I was saying about evaluating what we can do differently, what role it was that we played in this situation where we believe we may have missed out. And because of that, we're looking at Here we go. Thank you. Because of that, we're looking at the we need to look deeper. We need to look deeper. We need to process some emotions. We need to process some feelings. And by processing these emotions and processing these feelings, we'll be able to receive the gift that we thought we missed out on. Or the gift that we thought we missed out on wasn't physical, it was spiritual. And if there is uh, a spiritual gift to be had, especially if it is from an ancestor or someone that has passed on, many times that is the gift of intuition. That is the gift of knowing. Perhaps you are very highly intuitive and you are very connected with source, and you can see, you can sense that that veil has thinned, and because that veil has thinned, it really brings us closer to the unseen, and that is your gift. Being highly intuitive, being highly connected with spirit is, in my opinion, the best gift that I have received in my legacy from my ancestors that have gone before me. And that's why perhaps we're seeing this lover's card, is because you have someone on the other side that is speaking to you and connecting with you. And perhaps we've been so caught up in the physical and the tangible and the money of it all that we have overshadowed that connection that they're wanting to make. And I love, and we're going to go just a little bit deeper here for you. I love that we have this Nine of Swords. And this Nine of Swords, I think, especially when it comes with the Lover's card and the Hangman card and all of your cards like it is, this is a very firm indicator that source, that spirit, that your ancestors, that your loved ones that have passed on have been speaking to you or trying to speak to you through your dreams. And so if you are experiencing sleepless nights, or if you're having frightening dreams, that is spirit, that is source. And so many times, especially like if we're having uh, uh, stressful dreams, or we're having like nightmares, or we're having like dreams that are just so off the wall that they're not making any sense to us, that is spirit, that is source speaking to us. And the reason that that happens is to get our attention. And one of the ways that we can help ease our sleep patterns is by paying attention to our dreams. The simplest way to do that is with a dream journal. Simply in the morning, as soon as you get up, really think, did I dream? What did I dream about? If you could only remember one thing from that dream, whether it was something that was spoken to you, whether it was an environment, something that you happened, or something that you seen, write that down. And then sometime, just go to Google search and Google search what that means in a dream. The more you do that, the more you pay attention to that, um, the less stressful your dreams will become, and the more peaceful night's sleep that you will have. But you will also find that you're remembering your dreams. And as you remember more and more of your dreams, it becomes easier to decipher. And I have a feeling as you're deciphering those dreams, you'll even know who it is that is trying to communicate to you through your dreams. Thank you, Divinity Gems. Yes. And so, again, my name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. If at any time during this reading you have a question, do write that question in the comment section, and I will draw a card to help you find answers. These live readings are designed to go hand in hand with your weekly reading. And so, if you're visiting your weekly reading and you are wanting some more clarity on your weekly reading, you can tune into the live reading and get some more clarity or answer or ask a question about your weekly reading. Or you can ask a question about any of the cards that are on the table. Or if you have a personal question, I would be happy to answer one personal question for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs. And then we have the world card. And this world card is saying that you are being divinely protected and divinely guided at this time. As demonstrated, is like we see the dancer in here, and the dancer is doing the dance of life, but she's protected by this egg or this wreath that is in the shape of an egg. And then we also see the spirits and the elements that are surrounding her, that are protecting her at this time. And then we have justice. And this is the legal justice. I don't know if you're settling a court case or you have a settlement that you've been working on, but you are being divinely protected during this case, during this dispute. I think for some of you it is very legal, but for some of you it may just be a dispute of a division of property or of a travel, but you are being divinely protected during this dispute because this dispute again is happening slowly. It's not moving as quickly as you would like it to move, but you are being very careful in how you are moving forward. We could even say that you are the knight on this steed, and look how that steed is really being very mindful of their steps. And the knight is focusing on the cup. It's like he doesn't want to miss or he doesn't want to spill a drop. And so slow and steady here, slow and steady wins the race. And I like that we're ending this reading with the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, well, first of all, 10 in tarot represents beginnings and endings. And I think the 10 of Swords represents both. Because here we can see that they're bringing in the harvest. And so that would be like we're reaping what we've sown. It's like we've put in the work, we've put in the energy, and that is the end of the harvest, but it is the beginning of reaping what we have sown. You are reaping what you have sown. And the energy that we put out is the energy that we will receive. The energy that we reflect into the universe is the energy that the universe reflects back to us. And I think that you are very intuitive. You're just really connecting with your higher self. And that is through the help of an ancestor, and that is coming through your dreams. But you are really connecting with that. And that is where you're going to reap your harvest.